Yo, what is happening, guys? It's been a while. About 2 weeks since I last left San Jose, Costa Rica. I am back here in Los Angeles, California, in Redondo Beach, currently where I'm living. And I'm trying to decide my next plan, where I want to go, what country I want to visit next. And yeah, guys, I'm not too sure. I'm just kind of taking it easy for 2 weeks, figuring out a plan, and then I'm just gonna head out. So I figure, why not take this time, cruise the beach here in Redondo Beach, that's where I'm at, and answer some questions you guys had. Or, instead of answering questions, maybe just kind of talk to you guys a little bit. Hermosa walk zone over here. I forgot what they call it, but there's like a tiny little pier area. Usually this spot right here, they have a band playing. And again, there's a bunch of restaurants, a little shops. This is popping during the summer. My little routine is to walk all the way down to the corner, go to the liquor store, grab an energy drink, pound that thing, and then we're gonna take off and head that way. All the way to El Segundo, and I'll show you exactly where. I chill for like 30 minutes to watch the airplanes take off at LAX. It's one of my favorite things to do, guys. I love that shit. So I'll talk to you in a little bit. Peace. All right, got the drink. Instead of just chilling there sipping it, I decided, what the hell, I'm gonna keep going. And this is what I got. Check it out. It's a Ghost Citrus. For all of my American friends, you guys would know exactly what that is, but I don't think they have that in Asia. All right, do I go down the middle? What do I do? I think so. Let's try it. All right, I did it without taking anybody's arm off or knocking anyone over. Perfect. So, all right, I'm gonna enjoy this Ghost. And yeah, guys, we're gonna continue on down for a while. Hey, check it out in the distance. It probably looks really far on the GoPro, but the Goodyear blimp is out. Oh, hey, it's turning this way too. So when it comes by, I'll film it so you can get a better look at it. I think we're coming up into Manhattan Beach. That pier that you see way in the distance, that's Manhattan Pier. So we'll be there in no time. We're actually making really good time. And the sun is starting to come out. Starting to look a bit more clear. So that's good for us. I love it. I always see my earbuds right there on my chest. I always put them in, jam out to some good music, dude, and just enjoy life. Cruise, riding, check out the view, look at the girls, dude. Life is good, man. Life is fucking good, you know? Oh, that's a better shot. We're almost like right next to it. It's kind of weird when that thing turns. I watched it have a hell of a time turning yesterday, kind of down towards Redondo, because it was like super windy. It was trying like a bunch of different maneuvers. Yeah, that's LAX over there, right where that plane's taking off. And look at these homes, dude. More super nice homes. Manhattan Beach, everyone. There's the pier. They have like a little, tiny little aquarium down at the end of the pier. There's the little beach city right there. It's kind of a neat area, another very popular area, especially in the summer, obviously, because, you know, we're near the beach and all. Oh, look at that old Victorian style home, that old, whatever you want to call it. That's dope, dude. These homes are badass. Imagine if, you know, you got into real estate back in like the 80s and 90s, even way earlier than that, and you own some of these properties for like a fraction of the cost. Boy, you would be sitting pretty right now, man. I tell you what. They're so expensive through here. But look at this view. Isn't this beautiful? That mountain you see in the distance, Redondo Beach is pretty much at the base of that. If you guys follow my Instagram, you'll see that I always take walks near the beach, and I'm always like kind of by the mountainside. Well, that's the mountain over there. I walk right alongside of it, kind of up near Palos Verdes. Yeah, this is a pretty long trail. It goes on forever. This is such an enjoyable ride. You guys still probably can't see it, but way in the distance, the big tall buildings in the distance, that would be Santa Monica. Which it looks really far, but it's not as far as you would think. I mean, 18 to 20 miles from Redondo Beach. I guess that is pretty far, but you know, it's such an enjoyable ride and a cool experience, especially if you're on an e-bike where you're not really working that hard to pedal. It makes it a pretty fun time. This is what life's about. Beaches, the sun, the water, an experience. Even this guy's enjoying it. He's got his road bike. Life is good, man. Life is good. A lot of you guys asked why I left South and Central America. And I think I'm going to talk about that. I don't really have a reason. I just kind of felt like I needed to move on. You know, I was there already for 3 months. Look at these kids trying to pass. Try not to run anybody over, you know? So, yeah, why did I leave Central and South America? No reason in particular. I don't know if I talked about this in one of my earlier videos, but when I was in Peru, I got caught in the middle of all the riots and protests in the middle of Peru. And, you know, my first week in Peru was great. I arrived in Lima, everything was good. You know, then I decided to go to Cusco, it was perfect. And then after Cusco, I went to Machu Picchu, which was also great, cool little town. But on my way back is when all the problems started to happen. And that's when the protests started back up. So long story short, on the way back, I had to take a train from Machu Picchu to some little town. And then from that little town, I take the bus or the van 2 hours back to the city of Cusco. And because of all the protests and all the riots, the bus companies, when I arrived at the train station, canceled on everybody. There was probably, I don't know, 30, 40 people that got left stranded at the train station. There was no warnings, no nothing. They're just like, yeah, your bus isn't coming. There's riots. People are so happy nowadays, and the company doesn't want to risk taking you guys through protests. So there we are, left stranded and trying to find our way back. So we found a private company with like 5 or 6 vans that ended up taking us back to the city of Cusco. You know, they charged us a grip. There's probably like 10, 15 people in one van, probably 5 or 6 vans going back to the city of Cusco. We load up in the vans, we drive like an hour and a half towards the city of Cusco. We go through one protest, you know, they have like a giant tree blocking the road. We get through that just fine, nobody's really there. And then we go through another one, and another guy is cutting a tree down. And dude, we got so lucky because that tree, as they were cutting it, the bus driver decided to go. And we must have been like 10 feet past where the tree was before it fell on the ground. So the bus just barely made it through before it smashed the ground. We could have easily got hit by that thing, so that was crazy. And then about 30 minutes from the city of Cusco, we ran into a big protest and like a big riot. That's where all the people were blocking the roads off completely. They had tires stacked super high. They had a bunch of big ass trees lit on fire, and the tires were on fire, completely blocking the road. They were throwing rocks at the tourist vans and like trying to like shake them and tip them over. So that's the protest we couldn't make it through, or the riot that we couldn't make it through. So eventually all the buses kind of had to turn back, and we drove maybe a half a mile down the road just to be safe so they wouldn't fuck with all the buses. So eventually we're sitting there and I'm like, dude, you know what? We're a 30-minute drive from the city. It's only an hour and a half walk. I go, I am not gonna sit here all fucking night waiting for these protests to die down. So I said, screw this. I'm grabbing my shit. So I go to the back of the van, I pack up all my shit. I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I don't want to run over any kids. That's hilarious. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, I grabbed all my shit. Oh, what is this? I think they're having like a surfing competition right here. Isn't that dope? So yeah, guys, I go to the back of the van. I literally grab all my shit. And what are these guys gonna do? I'm gonna clobber a surfboard as I'm talking to you guys. Whoa, look at that thing. That thing is dope. So yeah, as I was saying, I go to the back of the van, I grab all my shit. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here all night. F this, I'm gonna walk through the protests. And they're like, no, dude, that's not a good idea. No, no, no. So I said, dude, I'm not gonna sit here all night. Screw it. So anyways, I have all my stuff. I start walking. Some lady's like, can I go with you? I'm like, okay, let's go. And then eventually somebody else joined and someone else joined and then another person joined. Next thing I know, there's like 30 people walking in my group. And we get about 5 minutes towards the city. And I see the tour guide that was on our bus or our van come running back. He's like, yeah, I think we can make it through. I think we can make it through. And I didn't even know he left. I had no idea he left and walked forward to see if we can get through. I just decided to go on my own. Anyways, he comes back, he's like, yeah, we can make it through, no problem. He goes, I have an idea. I have a Peru flag. Somebody grab one end of the flag, I'll grab the other, and we're gonna march straight through the protest, and all you guys can be behind me. That way it's like we can kind of blend in with the protest and people aren't gonna fuck with us. So that's what we did. There were 2 people in front holding the big Peru flag, 30 people behind him, and we started marching or walking an hour and a half through the burning protest all the way to the city of Cusco, which was insane. And obviously I tried to film it, but people were so heated. Like in the moment, they were grabbing my camera, trying to yank it out of my hands. All the attention started to get pointed towards me. So I was like, you know what, dude? I'm kind of tired. Fuck this. I don't feel like being the center of attention. I don't want to deal with anyone's bullshit, so I just put my camera away. So I don't really have any footage of it, guys. But check out this path. Just a nice, long path with this water plant or this power plant right here. So yeah, guys, that's what happened. We finally walked an hour and a half through the protests all the way to the city of Cusco. And yeah, guys, that was pretty gnarly. I've never been through a protest like that. And to sum it all up, nobody really fucked with us. I only had a little bit of problems with people trying to yank my camera out of my hands, but you know, that's my own fault because I'm filming in that. I should know better. And I did know better, but you know, I like to film, so I got to get the action. And I didn't really get much action. I didn't want to be the center of attention. Anyways, long story short, again, I get to the city of Cusco. And in the city, it's not as bad as it is on the outskirts of the city. On the outskirts of the city, that's where it was really bad. They were trying to block buses and cars and everybody from coming in or out of the city. So all the blocked barriers were all on the outskirts of the city. So anyways, I finally get to my hotel. I tried to order 4 buses that all got canceled. I had 3 canceled flights. I was stranded in the city for like 3 or 4 days. I couldn't go anywhere. That was pretty bad. And then there was like big riots that came down my street. And right near the entrance of my hotel, there was like a bank or like ATMs. And they shattered the door to the ATMs and they broke the ATMs and stole all the cash out of it, which is literally like 2 feet from my door. So that was pretty sketchy. Anyways, I found a flight to Lima, took the flight back to Lima 3 or 4 days later, stayed there for 2 days. I heard that they were gonna have another riot, which ended up happening on the day I left. When I arrived to the airport, I get there and there's military surrounding the entire airport. And there's police surrounding the entire airport. I literally thought I was going into like a military base. It was crazy. Anyways, 2 hours after I left, I guess the people stormed the airport and burned down half of a Capitol building. So I literally just made it out of there 2 hours before they completely closed the airport down again. And then after that, I think I took off to Ecuador. And then from there, I just traveled, you know, Central and South America for a while. And then I was thinking, you know what? I love it down here, it's amazing. But I feel like I'm ready for something new now. So maybe soon I'll be back. There's many countries I haven't been to down there. As you can see, the bicycle lanes are covered in sand still. We had like a crazy storm run through here over the last couple of days. But man, this electric bike makes it a breeze pedaling up this little hill. The moral of the story is that really didn't influence my decision to leave at all. You know, after Peru, you know, I went to like 3 or 4 other countries in Central and South America. But I just felt like I was ready to move on to something new and different. Hey, look, check that out. What is that? Paragliding? Parasailing? That looks pretty dope. Look, she's just kind of hovering there. That's cool. So yeah, guys, after Costa Rica, I really debated on what the hell I wanted to do. Whether I wanted to go back home and figure out another plan on where to go, or continue traveling Central and South America. And ultimately, oh, check it out. Big old 747 taking off from LAX. Wow, guys, that is so cool. So yeah, guys, ultimately, I decided to say, you know what, screw it. I've had enough of Central and South America. I love it, it's amazing. But I just felt like I was ready to move on to a completely different continent. I don't know why, I have no idea. But my mind just works in random, spontaneous ways, I guess. And the way I travel is, it's not really in a pattern. It's pretty much just whatever I feel like in that time is what I do. I've already been to Central and South America before in the past. So I think because of that, I already knew what it was gonna be like, and it was exactly how I expected. I had a great time, met some awesome people, but I knew that I wanted to leave. So yeah, now I'm back in LA for a couple weeks, trying to make a plan for my next destination. I'm still kind of stuck on whether I want to go back to one of my favorite Asian countries, or if I want to go to a complete new continent like Africa, or maybe somewhere in Europe. I'm honestly not too sure on exactly what I want to do. So it's really up in the air. My ultimate goal is to travel to every single country in the world. I'm in no rush to do this, by the way. To travel to every country in the world by the time I'm like 50, 60 years old, so I have plenty of time to do it. And you know, the more I think about it, I haven't really been to that many countries. I think there's like 197 countries, and I've probably been to maybe 20, 25 countries, that's it. Which is, I guess it's a lot more than your average person, but I still feel like a newbie to all this. So it gets me really excited to go on a new adventure and see a new culture and go somewhere just completely different that I'm not used to. I love that stuff, dude. I'm starting to really enjoy the feeling of feeling uncomfortable in a new place. And I love it. Like that's amazing to me. That feeling you get of uncomfortableness. I'm comfortable being uncomfortable now, which is what my goal was from the beginning. Just above here is LAX airport. Okay, I decided to pull over. I'm gonna sit right here and watch the planes come in and out of LAX and go right over the ocean. So this right here is one of my favorite spots. I love just chilling here. It is so amazing. So yeah, guys, that was pretty much my plan. I just wanted to come back just because I had a gut feeling. I felt like going to a complete new country. I could end up back in Southeast Asia in one of my favorite countries, or I could go somewhere completely new, like Africa, maybe Europe. I'm not really sure of my travel plans here for 2023, coming into, what is it, March now? Yeah, it's the beginning of March. I'm not sure what I want to do. I got a few things to figure out, whether that's keep traveling or try something new. I don't really know. Maybe try to start a business of some kind again. I'm not too sure. But one thing I can tell you is I still enjoy creating content. I still love traveling. But I did reach a point to where I was like not as excited to reach a new destination, which kind of sucked. You know, when you travel all the time, it's really exciting the first couple of months, the first 6 months even. But eventually you're just like, oh, okay, new place, yeah, whatever. And I hated that feeling. I was like, okay, I got to do something different. I really got to think and figure out what can make me excited again. And normally that's like kind of laying low and not traveling as much, you know? So I might change up my strategy a bit. I might just lay low in a place for like a month at a time and just kind of film videos around the city of wherever I'm at for a month and just change locations every month. That way might work. Or I don't know. I don't really know. It's so up in the air. It's a hard decision. It really is. The way I do like to travel though is really fast paced. I think that's what wore me out, because I don't like being in one place for longer than 5 days. I like to be continuously moving, because I feel like I always have to have new content and produce it, I guess, somewhat fast. I mean, I really only post a video a week, but you know, I film a lot. And there's a lot of it you guys don't see because I just don't post it. I don't feel like it's good enough to be posted. A lot of it I find kind of boring, and who wants to see boring stuff? But some of the videos that I do find boring, or that aren't, I feel, are good enough for the Keagan Fox channel, I'll go ahead and post it on Daily Keegs. And some of it's surprising. Videos that I thought would do shitty on my channel, I'd post on Daily Keegs and they would be like a hit. And when I say hit, I mean a hit for me, which is a couple thousand views, 5,000 views. And it really surprised me, honestly. So I guess I don't know what's a good video and what isn't a good video. And these type of videos never get any views, really, when you're just talking to the camera. But for those of you that, you know, want a deeper connection with me, I guess you'll really enjoy this talk we're having right now. Or for my close friends and you kind of want to know what's going on, this is perfect. Anyways, oh look, there's a plane taking off right there. Let's see, what company is that? That is Alaska Airlines. I wonder where they're going. Where do you think they're going? If you go directly over the Pacific Ocean, you know, you're gonna hit Southeast Asia. You'll run into Japan, the Philippines, Vietnam, China. But that's the way they take off, and they always deviate whatever way. And then back the way behind me, that's all the East Coast of the United States. Arizona, Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, New York, Florida, that's where everything is that way. And then up this way is the north, where you got like Oregon, Washington, Canada, and then obviously south, which San Diego, Mexico, all is Central and South America down that way. Oh look, we got another plane taking off. Look, they completely closed off the normal path. As you can see, it's all covered by sand from that last storm. Crazy, guys. We never get storms like that through here, especially that windy and raining that hard. Like, you can kind of see the path right there. And then boom, it disappears. All covered in sand right here. And now we're coming into Marina Del Rey. See this fruit stand right here, guys? I go on and get a cup of fruit there every time I ride through here. Anyways, here's where all the sailboats are going. Back to the harbor here in Marina Del Rey. I still don't know why there's so many of them. Like, if there was like an event or something going on or what, I'm just not sure. They're all coming in. And normally, guys, this is about where I would stop I always ride to that corner over there, and then I turn around and head back to Redondo Beach. But there's really no way to cross this water channel right here unless you go all the way down and then over. So we'll go down for a little bit, go check it out, and then probably turn around and head back towards Redondo. It's pretty cold. My hands are freezing. I could like barely bend them. It feels like super slow. So yeah, my nose is runny too, actually. This is a nice little harbor area too. I'll check it out. You can see downtown Los Angeles in the distance over there. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed my little rant. I apologize if it was a super boring video. These types of videos are never really that entertaining. But for those of you that really want to know me or know what I plan to do in the future, well, now you kind of have an idea. And to sum it all up, I don't really have an idea. I don't even know what continent I want to go to, or maybe go back to my favorite country. I'm just not sure. When I have an idea and you see in my next video, it'll be a surprise. Unless I'm still here and I decide to make another video. But who knows? Who freaking knows, man? My guess is as good as yours right now. So I think I'm gonna end it right here. Not a whole lot going on. Maybe, let's see, which way do I want to go? I don't even remember. Do I go this way? I haven't been here in a long time, so I don't even... Oh shit, I do go this way. What the fuck is that? Guys, my damn light fell down like this and it was hitting the tire. Damn, I don't have any tools. How am I supposed to tighten this? This thing's a pain in the ass. I remember tightening this like 20 times and it always comes undone. What is that guy yelling at? Yeah, damn, there is no tools through here. Shit. Well, I'll have to find a way to make it work. Maybe use the bungee to hold it up. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it right here. There goes another plane leaving LAX. Peace.